videos a year. Okay,
Okay,
go.
Jennifer.
Yes.
So every week fans see you as a judge on World of Dance, but some of them don't know you're also a producer on the show.
Yes.
And why was that important to not just be in front of the camera, but to make sure everything goes off without a hitch behind the camera?
Well, I started out as a producer on this show. I was never meant to be a judge. We were trying to find the perfect panel. Because coming from American Idol, I knew how important that was. And doing that for 5 years and watching the behind the scenes of that, I really wanted to create a dance show. And that was what NBC and we were working on. And when this concept came up, I told them, yes, this is the perfect concept. Let's work on this. And we started, producing the show and putting it together. And then almost like a month or two before we started, they were like, who's the perfect person for this? I was like, yeah, but I wasn't, I didn't want to go back into judging so quickly. And I had my series and I had some movies that were coming up. And I wasn't sure it was the right time. I had my Vegas residency, so there was a lot going on. But it's my show, and I want it to be the best it can be. And I felt like, you know what, I have to do it. I have to do it. But it was really important to I started as a producer of the show. That was always kind of the original plan. The judging came second.
As we've been here today watching a taping, we met all the behind the scenes people and watched your crew on stage. How proud are you as one of the producers of the work they're all doing?
I'm super proud of our crew. I think we have one of the best crews, that I've worked on. I worked on a lot of different productions, but these guys, everybody loves the show so much. I think that's key, that people are really enjoying the work. We love coming to work. All the judges, all the crew, all the camera guys, all the, the director. We have a great director, great creative directors and nappy tabs. I mean, we have an amazing set of producers. NBC's an amazing partner. Like the whole thing. Just sometimes, the planets align and something kind of comes together in the perfect way. And this crew definitely was that.
From a technical standpoint, what's the big difference from judging a singing competition and judging a dancing competition?
Yeah, it's just a different energy. It's a different energy. The dancers, I knew that this show would be a special show because I started as a dancer and I've been around dancers my whole life. And I'm still around dancers because I still do shows. And I work very closely with them. And they're just a different breed. It's a different breed than a singer. They do it not for money. They really do it for the passion of it. There's no really end game that's amazing for dancers. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you can become Misty Copeland. That's a 1 in a million. It's not a big money career. It's just not. It's really about the love and passion. And I know the camaraderie that dancers have. I know the kind of biological and chemical and emotional spiritual makeup of a dancer, and I knew that would be compelling to watch in a way that we were going to do it on this show. And you see so much heart. They're risk takers. They, sometimes with American Idol, one of the things that I always just see is they're so measured. Like, I'll do this, I'll do that, I will sing this, I won't sing. Dancers just go out there and they go for it. I mean, we've seen death-defying things on this show that I cannot believe. Sometimes I'm so nervous sometimes watching it, but they just leave it all out on the floor. They just don't hold back, and that's compelling to watch.
As the season moves along, you get to know these competitors, you get to know these dancers. How difficult does it become toward the finale when you're cutting people that you just absolutely love?
I mean, it's really hard, especially with the kids. Now we have 2 junior divisions. Last year, our junior division stood out so much that we broke it into 2, into groups and in individuals and duos, just like we have in the upper division. Last year, we only had the 3 divisions: uppers, duos, groups, singles, uppers with who were individuals and a duo, and groups, and then just juniors was one big category. We broke that into 2 this year, and it makes it really difficult because we never want to see anybody that we love and favor, who are our favorites. We do have our favorites at times where I don't want that person to go home, but at the end of the day, there's only one winner, and it's a brutal competition. And like I said, these guys are going for it. So it's sad, it's hard, but it's part of the journey.
You mentioned Misty Copeland. Are there any other guest judges that you can tease for the fans of the show?
We have guest mentors that are coming in. I had Savion Glover come in. I really have had fun with our mentors and everybody who comes on the show, and Misty, just to get their perspective is so great. You know, they've dedicated their whole lives to dance and to performing, and so it's always interesting to hear what they have to say when they come on.
Who would be somebody in the, as we do our last question here, like a dream guest judge, somebody that hasn't been on in season 1 or 2 that you would just die to have on?
I would love to have Baryshnikov on. That would be my dream, but that's from my era. Like I grew up watching him dance, and or even from times past, like people that are dead. You know, like I don't know, like
a Fred
Gene
Astaire.
Kelly or Fred Astaire, or, you know, Sid Charisse and these type of people. Maybe she's not dead, but maybe we can make that happen. But those, you know, kind of classic, iconic dancers, when dancers were the stars, and that's what we're trying to create with this show. That was my original intention, was to create an opportunity for the dancers not to be backup dancers, but to actually be the stars and to earn the real money, and to really, you know, have their moment to shine.